Hello, so today I'm doing a leopard or a cat makeup tutorial for you. So it's perfect for Halloween if you don't want to go for a scary look and you want to go for a more glamorous look. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So I started off just using any foundation that I wanted to use, obviously. I've gone for the one that's more appropriate for my skin colour. So this is the Loreal True Match Foundation, and I'm really sorry, I don't know what shade this is because it's actually rubbed off. But yeah, just grab any one that you're happy using. And then I used some MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NW20, and I'm just patting that under my eyes just to conceal all my dark circles and to give me a nice highlighted effect. I'm also putting some on my blemishes as well. So now I'm using some Snazaroo face paint. This is in the shade white, and I've also grabbed a Real Techniques sponge. This is quite similar to the Beauty Blender. And here I'm just marking out some patches on my face, basically to represent the fur. So you want to cover these 5 zones on your face, so your chin, your forehead, your nose and your cheeks. And I'm using a sponge just because it makes it look a lot more blended in and a lot more realistic in a way. So as you can see, just to get rid of the harsh lines, I'm going back in with that foundation brush. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I'm just patting that on. I'm also going back to the white as well, just going between the two just to make it look a lot more natural and a lot more blended in, which is what we want for this look. So that's the highlighting done. Now we're going to move on to the contouring, and I'm using Hoola by Benefit. This is a bronzing powder, and I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush. Here what I'm doing is I'm really carving out them cheeks. I'm using quite a lot of bronzer here just to make that really defined. This is going to sculpt out the leopard's face, so it really makes it nice and harsh, and it goes really well with the harsh highlight as well. So you want to make sure that you're sculpting out your jaw, your forehead, your cheeks, and then I move on to my nose. So I'm using a MAC 217 brush. This is a eye brush. You want to use a small brush just to get in with those areas. So I'm really sculpting out my nose here, doing down the sides of my nose. Because this is the middle part of your face, you want it to be quite dramatic and quite harsh. And also I've just carved out the areas of my mouth just to make a nice snout for the leopard. So for eyebrows, I'm just doing my normal eyebrow routine, and I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Blonde with a Anastasia Beverly Hills number 20 Duo Brush. Such a long name. But I'm just doing my eyebrows as I normally would, just because I thought it would just go better with the look and it would make it look a lot more glamorous. Then I'm just taking some clear brow gel just to fix that in place. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually brushing my hairs upwards just to make it look a little bit more furry and a bit messy, just like a cat in a way. So then I move on to Loreal Pro palette. This is the first one, and I'm taking the shade white, and here I'm using a Sigma F70 concealer brush, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone just as I normally would. Then I take Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie eyeshadow with a MAC 224 brush, and this is just going to be my transition colour in the crease. And literally I've blended this for about 5 minutes, so just keep blending. This is speeded up, so don't take this as literal. Yeah, so there I picked up Sigma E35 brush, and I took the shade Taupe, and this is just going to go in my crease as well. And I've also put this down on my lower lash line also. And I take the shade Sable, which is a lovely reddish brown colour, and this is going to go right in the crease. I'm using the MAC 217 brush that I used earlier to contour my nose. So yeah, just make sure that goes deeper into the crease to get really good definition in the eye. I also want to say you don't have to do this eye makeup. I just wanted to do it because I wanted to make it look a lot more glamorous, as I've said before. But yeah, you don't have to do makeup like this. You can just skip this and just go for plain eyes. But here I'm using the shade Frape, I think it's called, by Makeup Geek, and I'm using a Sigma E55 brush, and that's just going over my eyelid and on the lower lash line. And I'm just going back in with the Sigma brush just to blend that all out to make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm taking a gel liner. This is by Maybelline and I'm using a Sigma E05 brush. This part is the most important part for the eye makeup. As you can see, I'm really extending the inner corner and the outer corner of the winged liner. This is going to give you a nice cat eye look and really extend your eyes and make your eyes bigger. Oh, magic, I can actually do another eye in a click. So here I'm using some false lashes. These are my favourite ones at the moment and it's the Red Cherry 43 lashes. And I'm popping them on with some Duo lash glue. So mascara, I'm using Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara in black, and here I'm just dabbing underneath just to hit my natural lashes rather than putting it all over my false lashes. This will make it look a lot more natural. Just makes such a different mascara, it really makes the eyes pop. Anyway, so I'm moving on to some eyeliner. This is just going to go into my tight liner, my waterline. So this is the start of actually getting transformed into a leopard. So here I'm just carving out my nose, and as you can see I'm actually doing a U shape at the tip of my nose, and then I'm just going round, filling in all the blanks. And you want to make sure that you actually fill in your nostrils as well, just to make it look a lot more realistic. And yes, it did take quite a while to get it all out, but hey. Here I'm just drawing a line in the middle, and this is just going to attach the nose and the lips together. So here I'm just drawing a line on the top of my lip, and I'm just going to carve this out just because I want to wear some lipstick, but you can actually carve the full of your lips out and wear black if that's what you want to wear, but I wanted to go for something a bit different. So yeah, as you can see I went a bit over the line there, so I just got a cotton bud and I just wiped that away. So yeah, now it's time for the lipstick, and here I'm actually using MAC Relentlessly Red. It's a really nice matte red shade, but because I've got the white paint still on my lips, it turned into a nice pink colour, which I think actually does go really nicely, but I wasn't really happy with it, so I wanted to go for a more red look. So here I'm just grabbing the shade Cockney by MAC, and I just put that on top. It's a really nice deep red, and it worked really well, and it was perfect in the end. So that's what I wanted to go for. Again, it's optional, you can go for any colour. A nude colour would be nice, or even a nice plum colour, depends on what you want. So here I'm just going to attach some whiskers and some dots on my face just to make me look more cat-like, and then it's on to the fun part. Here I'm taking MAC Fix Plus with a brush. Now this brush is from the Amrezi palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's just perfect because it is quite small and stubby. And I'm just taking the shade Sable that we used earlier, and I'm just dotting little dots on my face. You don't have to be precise with this, just do whatever you feel comfortable with. I just done randomly and I went over my face, and I thought that my chin looked a bit bare, so I thought I'd add some to my chin. Then I took Hoola by Benefit again, and I'm just bronzing up my neck because I wanted to extend them dots down to my neck, so I wanted it to match all the rest of my face. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going down my neck all the way down, and I'm just doing random dots. You don't have to be precise again, just keep on going until you think that you're happy with it, until you think you're finished. So then I'm taking the gel liner again. I've used this quite a lot in this tutorial, it's very handy. And here I'm actually doing little half circles or little V shapes and little circles just to get that leopard print look. And you do have to be quite careful with this to make sure that you go around the brown spots. But again, you don't have to be perfect, so don't worry if you go out the lines, it's just rough and you're just doing it quite quickly. So here I'm just applying some random black dots. This is just going to make the leopard print look a bit more realistic. And actually, depending on what you're wearing and depending on how far you want this look to go, you could actually take this leopard print right down to your shoulders, and that will create a nice, realistic and fun look. So that's the end of the look. Here's the finished result. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram at gemmacliffordxo, and I hope you have a fun Halloween or fancy dress party and that you look nice and glamorous. And again, please like, subscribe, comment and share. And yes, so I shall speak to you soon, and I shall see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!